Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. Time for your brilliant Professor Victor Singingeagle here at Sisseton Wahpeton College, Native American Literature, in beautiful downtown Agency Village, South Dakota. This is Lecture 16 for Thursday, March 27th, 2025. And now, without any further ado, the man himself, the brilliant Professor Victor Singing Eagle. Okay, quit fooling around. All right. Now, the story that I'm going to tell is a relatively new one, which comes from the Spokane people, the Spokane. And as you know, their culture hero is Coyote, or as they call him, Spilye. I forgot the name of Fox, his best friend. Sometimes they call him his little brother. But the story begins like this. One day, Coyote was going along, as he often does, and his stomach starts to grumble. And so he's saying, oh man, he's got a Big Mac attack really bad. He wants some elk meat so bad. But he remembers the last time he went elk hunting. And he got the point. Get the point? Yes, he got antlered in his ample behind. So he's thinking to himself, he's watching the elk off in the distance and thinking to him, man, I want some elk meat. He's got the craving so bad. And Fox, his best buddy, comes along. He sees Coyote. What's wrong, Coyote? And Coyote explains, well, I want some elk meat. And as they're talking, Fox says, I got an idea. So he tells Coyote the story, a little mini story about the eagles. You see, the eagles have a special liquid that they use whenever they decide they're going to build a new nest and they want to get rid of all the foliage in the trees. They want this tree to die. They have a special medicine, sacred medicine. How do we say that? Not pejuta washte or pejuta. I can't remember the name. Pejuta washke. We'll just call it that. Or pejuta washte. They pour this liquid around the root of the tree, and the tree's leaves die, and they can build their nest up in the tree. This is how the eagles have killed the trees, and they can build their nests. However, what we don't know is that one day some young eagles decided they wanted to taste that weird medicine. They saw the beautiful brown bottle, and they're like, ooh, we want to try. And the older eagles said, no, it's poison. And the younger eagles did not listen, and they popped the cork, took a sip, and their eyes got big, and they got dumb, and they got fat, and they lost their ability to fly, and they'd go, instead of the beautiful eagle sound, they were going, oh! They became the first turkeys, you see. So Fox tells this story to Coyote, and Coyote has the bing, the little light goes on in his head. I got an idea. And they conspired amongst themselves. Good idea. So Coyote says, we got to get this special medicine from the eagles first. How are we going to get this special medicine from the eagles? But Coyote has a secret. Coyote has ESP, and he can gamble. So, and he knows that eagles can't resist a good risk. So he plays stick game with the eagles, and they play all morning long. This is a weird AI rendition of stick game, but whatever. I just tried to explain how stick game works, and AI came up with that. Looks like they're playing a xylophone. Never mind. So Coyote plays with the eagles all morning. until finally Coyote wins. Yay! So Coyote grabs that special medicine and lopes off so happy, and the eagles are all like, because remember, I got to back up and tell the story right. When eagles saw Coyote coming, you see, they know that Coyote is a troublemaker. And they're like, what do you want, Coyote? And Coyote's like, I come in peace. I come in peace. I just want to gamble with you. And that's and backing that story up. And the eagles, of course, they can't resist a good risk and a good gambling. So that's why they played and they lost. And Coyote now has the special medicine, and he goes to the edge of the valley or the prairie where the elk are grazing, and he puts the special tree killing medicine next to him, and he rolls in the grass and he just starts laughing. And all the elk, you see, these kind of special animals, elk, moose, deer, they have a weakness. Their weakness is they're very, very curious. So they stopped because the coyote's their enemy, but they see their enemy rolling around in the grass laughing, and their ears perk up and their heads pull back, and they look, what is this crazy coyote doing? So they kind of venture closer and closer to Coyote, and Coyote, what are you doing? Coyote says, he points at the bottle there or the jar, whatever it is, and he points, and I just had a sip of that. It makes me feel so good and happy and oh. And he's telling the story, and the elk are like turning to each other and looking at each other and looking at the coyote and looking at the special tree killing medicine. It doesn't say that. There's no label there. And the main elk says, can we have some? And Coyote said, nah, you don't want any of this. And he's still rolling around in the grass, laughing and laughing and laughing. And they, oh, come on, Coyote, please. And Coyote's, oh, okay, just don't drink too much, okay? And so the elk grab the bottle, and they suddenly get fat and stupid, and Coyote jumps and grabs one of them, and the elk didn't even fight because its antlers shrunk down, it got fat, its hooves got more clunky, and it just sat there, and Coyote just jumped on and was having a good old yummy food. And Coyote saying, wow, these things don't look like elk anymore, but they sure taste like elk. And as he's thinking about it, suddenly he hears, moo. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you so much. You guys have a nice day and a nice weekend. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. 8 minutes and 32 seconds. We can do that.